The Wellness Hour. An in-depth discussion with today's top physicians and medical leaders. And now, your host, Randy Alvarez.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, the latest advancements in hair enhancement for women. With us, we have the founder of Roz International, Amnon. Amnon, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, before we get into the specifics of this topic, tell us about your company, about the kind of people, the kind of women that are coming in to see you. Who's the typical client?
Mistakenly, people happen to believe that that's an issue that only men experiencing, which is wrong. In fact, according to the American Hair Loss Association, there are more than 20 million women who are suffering from thinning hair and hair loss.
I don't see it, though, very often. Women, like I've seen some of your photos with these women with very thin hair. So they're hiding it, they're just not wearing hats.
Obviously women who are suffering from thinning hair would do anything they can in order to hide it, either by visiting their hairdresser once a week just to bleach the hair or to dye the hair or to lift it up or to tease it up and so ever, just to create the illusion of a thicker and fuller hair. That's an issue, and they're doing. Sometimes they're just wearing hat, to cover it.
Okay.
But there are many of them out there that, just desperately trying to look for any kind of solution.
Now, we've talked, by the way, and this is not an endorsement for you, by the way, and people need to know these are real interviews, but you are convinced the way you're doing it for women is really the cutting edge, probably the most effective, most natural looking way available today. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about how you broke into this business. That means, 17 or 27 years ago, you started as an apprentice or something like that?
I started as an actual client, actually. And I was looking from the first moment I started with it just to improve it and to improve the method that this guy
Is it called the thread line method?
That's the thread line method. The whole idea is really to attach an additional human hair that matches the client's own hair in such a way that doesn't require any glue and any such a messy, solutions, just by using a special thin and strong thread to attach the additional hair to the client's own hair. It was a revolutionary, solution back then, and I loved it. I loved the idea. It gives a lot of confidence to the clients. It's perfectly secured, and I mean, once it's there, the client feels like...
But this is what I've been told. I mean, the number one problem with women that don't want to do it is because of the shaving and because of the trimming. I mean, you still have to shave a little bit, right? Or trim
Not
a little
at
bit?
all.
No.
With
so with yours, that's how it's different.
my solution, and that's the biggest difference between that separates me from others. I don't need to shave. I don't need to trim any of the hair. In fact, my goal is to combine the existing thinning hair along with the additional hair, and that's what makes it good.
So that you know of really nobody else is doing that in San Diego? That you know of?
As far as I know, nobody else does it.
Okay.
And that's the.
And you're a perfectionist, they say, or your wife said, by the way.
In my, with my profession, I'm a perfectionist, absolutely, because.
I mean, you don't allow anybody else to do it, right?
No, I'm very centralist. I'm very centralist. I'm very involved, and the most, serious and significant part of the procedure is done personally by me. Why? Because I want to make sure that everything is done, the right way, the best way, to eventually achieve the best results.
You don't have salespeople at your place either.
I don't have any salespeople. Actually,
I mean, you have a staff.
There are many women over there watching us now, and some of them may call the number that's showing on the screen. They're going to talk to me.
All right.
This is my direct phone number, and they're going to talk to me directly.
But with women with thin hair, okay, they talk to you. What are they currently doing? You say 20 million women have this female pattern baldness. What methods are they doing now to cover it up? I mean, you hear all the stories, obviously.
I see them in my office. they are looking for product first. You know, any shampoo, they have tons of bottles.
So they've tried all those things, okay.
They know all the brands. Every new product that's coming out to the market.
So they're experts on
the
thickening
first to
hair.
buy. And you know what? It's very simple. It says, well, this is going to regrow the hair you have lost. So let's try it. What can I lose? I mean, let's put a few $100s on it. If it won't help, it won't hurt. So
Yes.
only for their conscious, it's not bad, let's buy it.
And this is
let's
what they
try
tell
it
you.
for 3-4 months. That's what I mean. And, you know, it didn't work. It doesn't work.
Okay.
And then they're trying something else. And then they're checking with a dermatologist whether it's a medical issue. And, you know, in most cases, when we're talking about the female pattern baldness, that's not a medical issue. Nothing wrong with them. They're fine. They're simply losing hair due to the female pattern baldness. It happens.
Okay.
And as I said,
But people don't know where to go. They don't know where to. It seems like a lot of confusion in this
many
industry.
of them, they know about wigs, but many of them don't even want to try wig because wig looks and feels like a wig in most cases.
Good point,
I would say
okay.
in most cases, not always, not necessarily always, but it looks like a wig. You have a lot of limitations with wig. You cannot swim with it, you cannot sleep with it. You know, you cannot, you know, wash it and brush it and style it the way you want. You cannot change styles. You know, wig comes in a certain style and design.
That's
okay?
it.
That's it.
So the hair you
choose
design,
a style.
the hair you design is their own hairstyle.
The
Whatever
hair
they
that I design and that I'm adding actually behaves like a natural, real hair.
So it's human hair, though. Is
It's
that right?
a human hair that matches the client's own hair with the same texture, length, and color, and type of hair. And, you know, we're going to choose the right density. That's a very important issue to make it, you know, look reasonable and fine and delicate. You know, not to create something weird and ridiculous. That's also not our goal. And then you can brush it backward today with a little bit of bangs, and then tomorrow you can brush it to the right.
So you can take
or
a
to the
shower, you
left.
can shampoo your hair.
You can take a shower, do the shampoo, use the conditioner after the shampoo, absorb the wet with a towel, and then brush it.
So it's not
you
a hair piece that goes on.
Oh, no.
You're weaving it into their own hair.
It's a mixture. It's a additional hair that became to be one part with your own hair, mixed and combined with your own hair, such a way that you can brush it, wash it. You can use a hair blower if you like. You don't have to, but you can if you want. You can just let it dry naturally, and that's actually the thing that we are recommending.
So this method, and you developed it, improved it. You've been doing it 27 years, natural-looking hair. I've met some of your clients as well. But what age ranges? You were saying, you know, young?
You know, mostly we're talking about women over 40, but I have clients in my clinic on their 20s and 30s as
It's
well.
emotional? I mean, when they come in for the consult,
I can
it get
tell you
emotional
one thing. There are a lot of tears in my clinic.
Really?
During the consultation. You know, I've just seen a woman on her 20s that's suffering from hair loss. And she has already...
So where do they lose it? I'm sorry to interrupt. Okay, so young girl in the 20s, the top of her head.
The top of the head is, I mean, getting thin and thin by the time. And, you know, they feel, I mean, it's
So
aging.
she comes in and she's, what?
She comes, she's telling about what's going on with on her head, and she's telling me about all the, you know, obstacles and trials that she has tried, which never, you know, helped in any way. And she's desperately trying to regain the hair that she has lost. She doesn't want to look old. You know, thinning hair is aging.
Yeah.
Makes you look older.
So backing up to the consult for just a second. Okay, so a woman goes to you, she comes in with thinning hair. Do most of these people, they've done the research? That means they've called the places, they've tried wigs, they've tried every bottle of stuff?
I wouldn't say tried, because they...
But I mean the hair thinning
in many cases, they
stuff.
don't even want to try.
Oh, okay.
A wig, for instance. You know, especially if you're talking about a young lady on her 20s or 30s or even 40s, she doesn't even want to deal with wig. But they've made some research already, so they're a little bit familiar with what's going on in the market, and they're coming to me sometimes a little bit skeptical, I have to say. But when I'm starting the consultation, and I'm mentioning every time, I'm very accurate on my consultation, I'm very comprehensive, and my goal is to make the lady who's sitting in front of me very knowledgeable about every step of the procedure. So I'm giving it to them in a very clear way, along with pictures, and it's a very comprehensive consultation that makes them very knowledgeable about every step of the process. Once they realize, once they are fully understanding what's going on, they love it.
They say, let's do it.
They love
Are they
the concept.
surprised, by the way, that there was no shaving?
Oh yeah. Sometimes they just mention that they've heard about something else that required glue or shaving or things like that.
What are their fears, by the way? I mean, obviously for me, I'd want to know, is it going to look real?
I'll tell you what, the fears, first of all, it's about the natural look.
Okay.
And they can see, they can go over a picture, and they can really understand what I'm doing. It makes it very clear, and they are, after that, they are very confident about the chances to succeed and to achieve the best result. They feel very comfortable about it, and they feel very confident about it. That's why, in most cases, fortunately, they are proceeding with me and going through the process. Now, there are some fears about, is it painful? I'm scared. Absolutely not. It's not. There is no any painful with it. It's not like the typical extension that some of the viewer may know. This is something different. I can control the tightness and the thickness, and everything is controlled by me.
Do you do men and women, by the way?
Yes, it's done
Mostly
by
women.
me. It's done by my hand. There is no. It's not. I'm not using an adhesive that I'm buying with a bottle, and I'm not using a tool that does the job. It's done artistically by hands. So I can really control. And by the way, while doing the procedure, the treatment itself, I'm sharing every step of the process with the client herself. So she knows exactly what's going on. She knows exactly what to expect. It's very important. We don't want any surprises.
This is a private issue. You probably don't get a lot of referrals from other clients because they don't want to tell anybody, right?
I'm telling them, I'm relying on referrals. I mean, this is another tool to generate more clients and to extend my business and my company. And they're saying, sure, I don't have any problem. She's telling me, no problem at all. I'm going to talk about it. Of course, why not? I'm going to help other women. Look, I'm looking so good. But you know what? This idea is melting down once they realize that nobody around knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. I mean, people don't know. I had a woman just a while ago that came to me, and when she came to the follow-up visit about 2 weeks after the treatment, she was very happy. She said, you know what, amazingly, my husband, who knew that she's going through such a procedure, told her, you know what, I can see your scalp, it looks fuller, but have you done something? I can't notice anything. Where is it? I mean, it's blended, and she has some gray hair, but it's blended perfectly. Nobody can really...
So the coloring, all of those things is controlled by you?
Everything is controlled by me.
Now, by the way, your hair, and I'm going to bring up your hair, if it's okay with you, is this system. Is that correct? And I've looked at your system, and I pride myself in being able to see, anything like that, but I've looked on from the top, and I only want to know how they did it, or how you did it, but you can't tell. And we were sitting over there in the green room couch, and I'm looking right there, because I was trying to take a peek. Can't tell. Can't tell. Same thing with women, though. You can't tell. Up close, you can't see.
Actually, I'll tell you something interesting. With women, we can get a better results. And the reason for that is very simple. The new hair is going to be mixed along with the existing hair. So women have more hair than men. Men getting bald, women getting thin. It's different.